Guys, what's up y'all? Thanks for watching, appreciate it. So we're gonna do another late night edition. We're gonna do all signs. I will timestamp it below. Aries through Pisces. We're gonna look at the week ahead between you and the person that you're dealing with. For the week ahead, we're looking at the physical side though. Leaving love, money, all that out of it, just the physical side of things. So this is 18 and older only. Let's see, remember that the energies can always be reversed. We're going to look at the situation, anything that's blocking it, and then advice for you as well. Oh, sorry, not the situation, the desire, anything blocking it, and the advice for that. All right, so remember it's a general reading, so just take what's yours, leave the rest. I think that's all I have to say. All right, so we will start with Aries. Week ahead for Aries and the person on their mind. What are the desires, any blockages, and advice for Aries. So if this does resonate, if you like this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe below. All right, Aries, week ahead. Thank you. All right, you got the Two of Pentacles. The desire is actually like to be, it's kind of a seduction, but it feels like on one side, yeah, it's crossed by the Hermit. Somebody may be fearful that like you're not into them, or they can't. Give me one more for advice. Or like they don't meet your standards. Wow, the advice is the Two of Swords. Okay, and the Queen of Swords is at the bottom. So Two of Pentacles here with the desires, right? This can be, make sure I get it in there, a card of embarrassment, but it's also like, it kind of feels a little grab-assy, like somebody wants to be chased. But what's blocking it here is the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, but this can be somebody who's kind of like just playing the sidelines right now. Like it seems like there may be some uncertainty, or it could be self-esteem issues. It could also be, you know, somebody who just wants to watch right now and not really partake in the situation. So it's all about slowing down, kind of slowing your roll and pulling back. The advice is the Two of Swords. So this is a card of being understanding and also following through with what you say, any promises that you make and things like that. So only like offer as far as, and this kind of actually feels like more on the male side, but it doesn't have to, or the dominant side, but it doesn't have to be. Like somebody just needs to slow their roll, change their approach, and be like sympathetic, empathetic to the person that you're dealing with, because it feels like there's kind of something else that's been going on or is going on. All right. So Taurus, week ahead for Taurus and the person they're dealing with. So if you guys do like this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe below. Also, if you guys like to contact me for a personal reading, that's below as well. Give me two more for Taurus. It feels like the desire here with the Nine of Wands is somebody needs to know that they're what you want, and that like nothing else is going on. Like there's, I mean, just, it feels like something needs to be addressed, but it also feels like, in the nicest way I can say it, like, because I'm not meaning it in a mean way, but somebody needs to be babied, kind of caressed, taken care of. And one more, please. Let me get this last card. Thank you. All right, well, two cards. The Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So anyways, with the desire here for the Nine of Wands, this is about, you know, kind of like caressing, and you can see like somebody here needs like attention, but it's almost like to be babied. Like, and even if there's doubt and things like that needs to be addressed in order for things to move on. What's blocking it? You have the Wheel here. So, I mean, that's just all about change. Maybe switching it up, kind of, you know, it feels like really let me make sure you can see that, taking things slow, showing that gratification, but kind of whatever is going on here, because it really does feel like there's something here that like somebody needs to be addressed. So it's kind of like rolling with the punches on that one. Things are going through a change, so really observing and like paying attention to like body language as well. For the advice, you have the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands here. So the Four of Wands is about that pleasure. Like, this isn't something that just is like a candle, like it's gonna just go out quick. Like, this is something like, savor it, take your time with it, that type of thing. And the Ten of Wands is completely about like the power of you two coming together, but it feels like something here goes more deeper, so that things are, you know, equal on both sides, but really paying attention to the other person, also body language and anything that may be going on. The King of Pentacles is at the bottom, so sometimes, you know, you're gonna have to change your approach, or there could have been something like maybe somebody was keeping their distance, or maybe somebody wasn't approaching it right and making you feel right, that type of thing. All right, so Gemini. Oh shit, straight out the bat. All right, you got the Six of Chalices, the Five of Chalices, and the Ten of Chalices. So chalices with the Seven of Chalices at the bottom. All of this is water energy. And it all has to do with feelings, because the desire here, it feels like, I don't know, if something's kind of getting stirred from the past, or like the way that things used to be. Excuse me, because this is kind of like a card of like memories and reminiscing, and it can be things that were, you know, somebody maybe from way back in the day, if you're not dealing with somebody, or hell, if you are, I don't know. But you know, some old things may be, and this is in a position of desire, so it could be that somebody's desire is to take something back to how it used to be, like if things have changed, because what's blocking it is the Five of Chalices. So this can be a couple of things, like anything that was hidden. I don't know how well you can see it, like there's things hidden beneath this liquid right here. So things may need to be addressed, and also it's about knowing that, because this can be a card of guilt, but also, you know, knowing that this person is pleasing you in the way that you want to be. So if you, the Five and the Six of Cups, you know, it really could be like some things from the past, or, you know, kind of going back to how the things used to be. For your advice, you have the Ten of Chalices. So there may have been, this is a card of attachment, but also paying attention to the other person's desires. Like, you can kind of see this person's walking away, but also at the same time, it kind of feels like somebody's doing like a lot of thinking. Like, so the past is kind of what's coming up there, not like a past person, but maybe the way that things are used to be, or somebody kind of needs to like address something, because there's definitely love here. And it's, I mean, it goes deeper than just the physical with the situation, but something here is not being addressed. All right, Cancer. So week ahead for Cancer and their person. Let's shuffle these real quick. Please make sure that you like and subscribe below if this reading does resonate. All right, desires, blockages, and advice for Cancer, please. For Cancer and the person on their mind for the week ahead. Okay, they keep flopping but not falling. Thank you. All right. So the desire is the Four of Swords, which is like the masturbating card in this deck. But it actually feels like, give me one. kind of getting a little bit more kinky than that. Like if there's been like a lack of things or a lack of affection, things like that. It's like somebody wants that type of forgiveness here, and to bring that excitement back into things to kind of like spice it up. It's interesting because forgiveness does have something to do with that card. So what's blocking it is you have the Knave of Swords. So it's also about like kind of switching roles. Like if one person is just doing the chasing or like the go-getting there, like keeping that equal on both sides, making it just about you two, but also, you know, kind of role reversal type thing. Interesting card for advice, because this is the Two of Wands, and I really love this card. This is like a lot of closeness, spending a lot of time together, but also outside, just really being close. Like you see these people are like just sitting in a restaurant or eating wherever they're at, but like they're playing grab ass under the table and things like that. So it's really like no matter what, like no matter where you're at, like just really having that closeness, that attachment that goes more than just the physical, because it does look like both here are like wanting to partake. So just the advice here is to, you know, just stay, even if it's just, you know, grabbing some food, just being close to one another and kind of dropping anything that's been going on in the past. And also, you know, even if there has been, if it's not even negative, just like a lack of affection, like let go of your past like insecurities, doubts, judgment, even about that person. Just like let it all go and enjoying each other. All right, so Leo. Oh shit. Week ahead for Leo and the person on their mind. Let's see what's going on. If we want desires, blockages, and advice. If this does resonate, please make sure that you like and subscribe below. The desire of the Hangman. That's interesting. That's kind of like just, oh, crossed by the Five of Wands. All right, let's see what's going on. Because you got the Hangman, which is literally kind of just hanging there. Not a lot of movement. Oh, Seven of Chalices. Okay, so with the Hangman, this can go a couple of ways, because this is kind of just like falling back, teasing, tantalating, but not like going all the way. And that can be because in some situations, obviously not all, it can be because of like impotence or something. But the interesting thing here is this is crossed by the Five of Wands, which is like a card of watching, but not really not really partaking. So when you have the desire here, it's just hanging back. What's blocking it is watching. So you see, like there's somebody that's like standing here and just like watching, but not really going towards it, not really, I mean, partaking. This is really the only, like, it's not just all about self. But with that can kind of like just, not all situations again, but kind of have that expectation that like we do nothing, but it's going to come towards us, if that makes sense. Like waiting for something to fall in our lap. Your advice is the Seven of Cups, which is kind of just going with the flow. A lot of things with this card, like perfume, like to get things going again, perfumes, flowers, that type of thing, and kind of just making it, don't just stay wrapped in your head about it, because it feels like something is just kind of hanging back here, or, you know, not a lot of movement with that. Seduction may be the way to go, or spontaneity. Somebody could be getting tired or just kind of close it off here. But it does seem like something that needs to like be addressed, or things and this is a little bit further down, but like it could eventually, not in all situations, but lead to the mind wandering. All right, so Virgo, week ahead for Virgo and a person on their mind. What are the desires, any blockages, and advice for Virgo? Alright, so if this does resonate, please make sure that you like and subscribe below. Also, if you guys would like to contact me for a personal reading, that's below as well. Alright, week ahead for Virgo. Thank you. Okay, well, that's nice. Ending with the Hermit, though. That's different advice. Alright, so for desires, you have the Two of Chalices, which is like being very involved, very like tender, seduction, taking it slow, like that ecstasy type shit, like leaving it all on the table, kind of just being swept up in the moment and things like that. What's crossing it, you have the Knight of Swords. So this is about kind of like taming a beast here. Like somebody may need to like pull back or slow down just because it's very on one side as opposed to desires here, because this is getting like a little bit more, it's kind of like when one person does all the chasing, but also it feels like somebody could be approaching the situation in like a way where somebody wants more ecstasy and somebody over here is more, you know, not so much that seduction. Like, I mean, not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it's what the cards are reading. So it's kind of like pulling back and more one-on-one, like sincere, sweet time. For the advice, though, you have the Hermit, which is your energy, but this is a card of refusal, slowing down. But the advice here is slowing down and taking your time in order to like give things time to grow. To it's like, you know, watering that garden, taking it slow and letting it take off in its own time or its own pace here. Because the invitation is there. I mean, and it will. But if somebody's kind of pulling back on one side right now, it just needs to change approach and give it time. Take it slow and be like serene with it, not like her. Alright, so Libra. Week ahead for Libra and the person on their mind. We're going to look at the desires, any blockages, and advice, please, for Libra. If this does resonate, please make sure that you like and subscribe below. Alright, we got the Three of Pentacles. That's a really cool card. That's like both putting in the effort. That's a very close energy, like a lot of warmth, like something that's actually meaningful. You got the Five and the Six of Chalices for the advice. So look, all right, so like I said, for the desires, this is a whole lot of closeness, like giving in order to get back, things being equal on both sides, and it feels like a lot of closeness, right? This is the desires, to really be like as one. But what's crossing it is the Seven of Wands. So there may be something here that needs to be addressed, or, you know, even if that's doubts, suspicions, things like that. Like somebody may feel like there's something, maybe they feel like they're not meeting your standards, or that something else is like kind of going on here. So addressing that, because your advice, you have the Five and the Six of Chalices. So this is a card of guilt and kind of reminiscing and like how things used to be. So if there's something here that, you know, somebody needs to get off their chest, then that needs to happen. Even if this can be about self-doubt, but this can be about guilt on things like outside of just the bedroom and the physical, right? So the Six of Chalices is like a memory card. So maybe like, hell, maybe create new memories, or like address whatever is here that's kind of hidden, that's not being said, in order for things to kind of get back on track and be able to move forward. Even if that's just about pleasing, because somebody may think that, you know, they're just not pleasing you. But it definitely feels like there's something here that's just, you know, needs to be talked about. I know it's crazy, we're talking about the physical, so I'm telling you to talk, but even if it's not talk, just, you know, maybe reassuring that you're satisfied type thing. All right, Scorpio, week ahead for Scorpio and the person on their mind. We're gonna look at the desires, any blockages, and advice. Oh, I love the King of Wands in like this deck here. And then with the Chariot, because the King of Wands is so like, it's like kind of different than the original tarot. It's like commitment, family, very determined. All that is really important, and like being close and just caressing the situation, feeling protected, but it's like feeling protected by you, like you're where it's at. So a lot of closeness here. What's crossing is the Five of Pentacles, again a card that kind of has the opposite meaning than traditional tarot. This is like feeling complete, feeling that closeness. Like, don't give up on each other or your ideas, or like the hope that things can change, because I mean there's just a lot of togetherness here. I do see Temperance at the bottom, so even if things have, yeah, and then there's Death. So for the advice here, you have the Chariot. This is all about switching it up, taking control of the situation, coming at it from a different angle, using a different tactic. Like, if you always do something one way, just change it up. You know, try a different way. It's like, you know, sometimes you can't just, even if you gotta pull back a little bit and then come at this again, you know, it's just switching it up. All right, so Sagittarius, week ahead for Sagittarius and the person on their mind. What are the desires, any blockages, and advice for Sagittarius, please? Alright, so if this does resonate, please make sure that you like and subscribe below. Also, if you guys like to contact me for a personal reading, that's below as well. Wow. Alright, interesting. You got the Fool for desires, but it's crossed by the Ten of Swords. And your advice is the High Priestess. The Fool is like about literally walking on the wild side, switching it up, taking some type of risk, like outburst, like erotic out, like just doing shit out of the blue on a whim. I mean, literally, like you can see in the picture. I don't know why I keep hearing like walking on the wild side. I don't even know what the hell that means, but there it is. Like, that's somebody's desires, is to like, you know, just a whole, like, just go to it. Switch it up. Spontaneity, that type of thing. Willingness. What's crossing it, though, this is where it gets interesting, is the Ten of Swords. So there may have been an ending recently, but there could have been a lot of pain that was also caused. And so in order for things to move forward, it would kind of have to be like, leaving emotions and shit like that behind in order to take like a wild walk on the wild side here. But there may be some things that have happened in the past that, you know, made things a little more difficult than that. So for your advice, you have the High Priestess, and pretty plain and simple, this is the card of waiting. Like, it's already written there for you things are gonna like go as you want them to go, but it will like, gonna have to use your mind, like be smart about it and exercise patience, because there may be, like I said, something that has been going on, or like something within yourself or this person, like on a personal level, that has to be addressed. So your advice is to wait, but that it's okay, because you already got this. All right, so Capricorn, week ahead for Capricorn and the person on their mind. We're gonna look at desires, any blockages, and advice for Capricorn. Week ahead. If this does resonate, please make sure that you like and subscribe below. And I got the Knight of Pentacles as desires, which is all about like giving things time. Like it's kind of like the more that time passes, the more like the desire grows. Kind of like waiting for like a fruit to ripen. Oh, what's crossing it is the Ace of Pentacles. So that is like a great card. It's a card of gratification, feeling like completed, mind, body, soul, excuse me, all those things like that. It's like actually wanting to be each other, or be around each other, hold each other, touch each other, things like that. Like it's not just wham bam, thank you ma'am. It's kind of cool. You got the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, so it does feel like somebody wants more with you than just in and out, wham bam, I'm done. Like this is, let's take it slow, let's let this build, let's make this thing like something that's solid, and it's not just in and out. It's a lot of seduction, and it's also like wanting to deal with each other when like everything is said and done. For the advice, it's beautiful. You got the Queen of Chalices. This is all about like having that tender, like seductive approach and being very gentle, and it actually talks about like future plans and things like that. This is more than just like in and out. And recently there may have been some things that needed to be worked through, or hell, some things could have even hurt lately. There could have been an ending, some pain that was caused, some guilt, some grab ass. I mean, it could have been a lot of things, right? This is wrapping around beautifully. So, I mean, especially with the advice here with the Queen of Chalices, it's a whole lot of like lovingness here. This is kind of like an ecstasy reading. Feeling that. All right, so Aquarius. Week ahead for Aquarius and the person on their mind. What is the desires? Any blockages? And your advice for Aquarius for the week ahead. Thank you. And the Seven of Wands, interesting for desires. I mean, it's about like something here has got to be addressed. It's like any doubts, any clarity. So there it is. Somebody wants clarity. Like they want answers. That's too many. And it feels like more so answers that either nothing's going on, or that like they're taking care of you like you want them to. Give me one more card, please, for Aquarius. All right, so there may be some things that needed to be revealed. It's interesting because you have the Seven of Wands, the Moon, and the Eight of Swords. It's almost like the advice here is to address it. The Moon is about things that are hidden, but also it's a slow moving energy actually in this deck. Images, pictures, things like that can help, but anything that's like coming off misleading or deceptive in someone's head, like that's got to be addressed, because even with the Eight of Swords here for advice, it's almost, you can see like there's something else back here in the room, like I don't know, self-doubts have to be addressed. If there's anything that's like on your mind, and I'm talking about like in the physical, I don't know, it could be the like the you know, outside of the bedroom stuff too. Usually it kind of works hand in hand like that. But if there's any, because this can also be a card of illusion, so maybe it's in someone's head, you know, that, you know, overthinking and worry that they're not taking care of you like that. But it will, like, having these conversations or addressing like any, sorry, like any devil figure in the room, so to speak, any elephant in the room, that's gonna help put things back on track. So, you know, even if it's guilt or it doesn't even have to be that far. Like I said, it could just be feeling like they're not taking care of you. So I feel like somebody really wants that assurance, or to know what somebody feels like is unknown at the moment. And for some, that could be like self-inflicted, like, you know, if there hasn't been other things going on outside of this to give somebody like a reason to worry. But there could have been secrets as well. All right, so Pisces, week ahead for Pisces in the person on their mind. We're gonna look at desires, any blockages, and advice. All right, you got the Fool and the Devil. Sagittarius had the, I think it was Sagittarius, had the Fool there for desires too. So it could be dealing with Sagittarius. But the Fool is about, you know, kind of taking a walk on the wild side. Spontaneity, you know, shaking shit up, doing things different, doing things that may seem like a little more risky. Whatever that, you know, may mean for your situation. But what's crossing it is the dang devil. So this can be like a card of like kind of being pulled towards something. It can be like addictions, you know, like things that kind of, it doesn't have to be that. I'm just giving you an example. But this can be a card of like deception. Somebody's intent is off, or some type of betrayal that's happened as well. So there could have been something, you know, and it could just be that somebody like lied about the size of the shit, like, you know, things like that. But there also could have been other things as well. So for the advice, you have the Knight of Chalices, which can be a card of being aware and kind of becoming free from like any type of indiscretions, or I don't even think that's the word, like insecurities, things like that. Because this is like, you know, kind of just, I don't know, being aware is the biggest thing that's coming off of it. Be aware who's coming towards you. But this is kind of a shaking it up type thing. You know, maybe it can be like in a card of enlightenment as well. So, I mean, with the devil crossing it, it feels like there's something here. Like somebody definitely wants to shake shit up. But with the devil here, that can be, you know, something may have kind of deviated from the original past here. Or there could have been, like I said, something more like deception or betrayal. It doesn't have to be that far, like that serious. Because, I mean, it feels like it's wrapping back around. That's why I say it doesn't. I do see the World here, and the Hermit, and the Death. So there could have been some abstinence lately. There could have been some impotent issues. There could have been a lot of things. Hell, even things could have just got stuck in a rut. There could have been, you know, a need to kind of spice things up. Things like that. So kind of getting rid of any doubt and being aware of like the actual situation. Alright guys, I hope this helped. If it resonated, please make sure that you like and subscribe below. If you guys like to contact me for a personal reading, that's below as well. You guys take care, and I will see you next time.